Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Just in case you can't tell, I am back home for over the Christmas holidays and today I thought I would film another little what I eat in a day. However, this one's going to particularly focus on your period, why you might get a little bit hungry before your period, the kind of typical PMS symptoms, how your hunger changes throughout your cycle, the kind of hormonal changes that go on, and the real kind of science behind your changing hunger signals throughout your cycle. So hopefully you'll find that interesting. But before we get into that, I have just gotten up. I do want some breakfast. It is also a rest day for me today. I have been back to the gym for 3 days since lockdown and I am feeling it this morning. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a chill day for me today, getting loads of uni work done. But it does mean I've got a little bit more time this morning, so I think I am gonna go and make some banana pancakes. The sky is doing interesting things this morning. Oh wow, hello, the focus is great on this camera, but it was just really red coming through my window and I looked out. Giant red cloud. Today's little advent, I just got out my Olivia's calendar and yes, you've guessed it, it is going straight in the freezer. Oh no wait, that's not the drawer I've got everything. Along with all my other chocolate in there. Oh, look at this service I've got. Come down, kettle is boiled. Tea bag and teacup out. I don't know why that sounded so weird to me then, teacup. But my mug with my tea bag is all out ready for me.
I'm losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself.
To say, I think this is the best pancake stack I've made in a while. These look so good, I can't wait to eat them. I'm about to sit and work on some of my uni coursework for a little bit, which actually I've currently got a report kind of thing to write about a food. Hummus was one of the choices, of course that's what I'm gonna choose. So I've currently got to write 2,000 words about hummus from like a food science perspective. So I started working on that yesterday. I've made a good dent into it. I think I got about 700 words into it. So we're getting somewhere with it. But I'm gonna sit and work on that for a little bit now. And then once I'm actually sort of dressed and put together, we can sit and have a little chat about exactly what happens when you're on your period in terms of your hunger cues and what happens throughout your cycle. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack because working on my assignment, it's got me hungry. It's also, I think it's nearly 12, so it's been quite a few hours since I've had any breakfast. I think if I have got one, which I think I do, I might just grab out the Trek bar, if I can find one. No, not those. I mean, it probably would just be easier to get the bag out and actually look. Ah, hey, found it, there it is. I'm gonna have one of these Trek flapjacks just because, you know, classic, they're some of my faves. Nearly just choked on a bit of a Trek bar. But while I try not to choke on that, I thought I would quickly talk to you about sort of hormonal changes and what happens throughout your cycle and your hunger signals. Also, please ignore my hair. I have just shoved it up. It really needs to get straightened, but I just haven't got around to it yet. So let's just work with what we've got. I've just shoved it up out the way. But basically, your cycle is divided into 2 main phases. So you've got your follicular phase, which is sort of from the point of when your period starts in that week of your period, and then the week leading up to ovulation. Then in the middle of your cycle you've got ovulation, and the second phase is your luteal phase. So that is the week after ovulation and also that week leading up to the start of your period. You've got various different hormones. In fact, there's 4 main hormones that are involved in regulating your cycle, but the 2 that mainly impact your hunger signals are your progesterone and your estrogen. And these will increase and decrease in levels throughout your cycle. And basically your estrogen will have a sort of hunger inhibiting effect, whereas your progesterone has more of a hunger enhancing effect. And your estrogen will tend to peak at the point just before ovulation. So this can result in sort of decreased food intake at or around the time of ovulation, as it sends out more of those kind of inhibiting hunger signals. Whereas your progesterone tends to peak sort of in the mid to late luteal phase, which basically means in that kind of week leading up to your period, you'll have higher progesterone levels. These have the hunger enhancing effect, meaning that that's why you sort of get that kind of PMS feeling of wanting to eat a lot just before you kind of come on your period. So it's been shown that generally people in particularly kind of the 10 days after ovulation, so when that progesterone is starting to increase and you're starting to move closer towards your period, people will typically have a higher food intake. And that's because of this progesterone increasing in level, influencing your hunger signals, sending out an increased hunger signaling. And also, interestingly, your basal metabolic rate, which I have spoken about a lot before, I've done a lot of videos on metabolism, how you might be slowing your metabolism, how you might be increasing it, but essentially your basal metabolic rate, which is the energy required by your body just to keep everything functioning and working as it should be, given that you're literally doing nothing and just lying completely still. That's the energy that it requires. And this can vary in rate as well throughout your cycle. Interestingly, your basal metabolic rate will typically increase during that week before your period. It seems to be higher than it is at any other time during your cycle, meaning again that you've got increased energy demands, so that can influence your hunger signals as well, further increasing food intake to match that energy demand. So time and time again, studies have basically shown that, well, the main takeaway really is that at that point, just after ovulation and building up to your period, you generally see increased hunger, whereas then in the follicular phase, so that point of having your period to then building up to ovulation, you usually see a decrease in hunger and a decrease in food intake. Also, just having a random thought, I haven't actually looked into this, but I'm just thinking about why your basal metabolic rate might increase and why your hunger might increase just before leading to your period. This is a random thought, this might not be true or not, I could look into this as well, but I was just thinking, possibly because if at time of ovulation, if for example the egg did actually get fertilized and you were pregnant, perhaps leading up to that kind of period, you have increased hunger signals sent out in case you are pregnant in order to give extra food to the newly developing fetus. Maybe it could be something, I don't know, that's just a random thought I had, but that would kind of make sense. And then at your point of your period, obviously it's when your body's like, no, we're not pregnant, and you're getting rid of your uterus lining. I know it sounds kind of gross, so maybe that's why then your hunger decreases, because it realizes it doesn't need that extra energy for the developing fetus. I don't know, that's just a random thought I had, but it kind of would make sense. Oh, I almost forgot, I did also just get an Amazon parcel through. I have been doing some online shopping again, although to be fair, it's mainly been for people's Christmas presents, but I think this one is for me. At least that's what I can think it is. I mean, it's the randomest order, but I believe, if I can get into the box, that it is a new marble background for my Instagram photos. Because at uni, I have a really nice marble background, like a proper backdrop for photos. At home, I've got kind of a makeshift one that I've made using a piece of card and some sticky back marble effect kind of paper, which works okay, but it's not the best. And when I've got used to my nice background at uni, which obviously I've left there and not brought home with me, I kind of wanted another one, so I may have ordered one for here as well. As I say, if I can even find it, it's wrapped in like, I don't even know how much paper. But yes, I have got another marble background behind my Instagram photos. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely do. We may have reached 1,000 followers by now. I'm not sure. By the time this video goes up, we might be there. We're currently like less than 30 away, so hopefully we'll be there by the time this video goes up. But if you're not yet following, then follow me over there for loads of sort of nutrition, fitness, advice and information that's all backed by science, as well as some great food recipes and food inspo too. I am back into the kitchen and it is time for some lunch, and I bet you can't guess what I'm gonna have. We have got, if I can find it, that is, oh, we have got hummus, the original kind. We also now have some red pepper hummus, so I'm gonna crack that one open. And I am gonna grab out, I've got some pita breads in the freezer, gonna toast one of them, and then have my usual cucumber and some red pepper. Can we take a moment to appreciate how long that red pepper is? Perfect for dipping in hummus. I love that. I mean, my lunches haven't really changed up recently. It's just my perfect like busy uni day kind of lunch. To be fair, even at weekends I'll often have it as well, unless I've got leftovers of other food to eat up. But it's just my go-to simple, quick and easy lunch. You can't really beat it. Oh, I'm gonna grab out some tofu as well. Put a bit of the tofu in the pita as well, just to put a little bit extra protein to be in there too. In she goes. Just gonna grab one of these gingerbread biscuits which I made a couple of days ago to take with me on the dog walk. I did actually post a recipe for these on my Instagram as well, so if you want the recipe for them, I'll link it down below the exact post, but also go give me a follow over there for it. Made it back in from walking the doggos. I'm gonna grab some dinner now. I'm lucky today, I have got some veggie chili that I made the other day. Oh wait, hang on. What's that then? That looks like mashed potato. That is not my chili. Where did it? Ah, I'm being attacked by chocolate. He's trying to jump out the fridge at me. I don't know where I put it. But anyway, I have got some, oh there it is, it's at the top. I've got some veggie chili left, so I just need to heat that up and then put some rice on to cook, which will only take like 10 minutes. A nice, quick and simple dinner tonight. And just like that, within a matter of minutes, my dinner is all ready. I'm afraid there's none for you, Bales. You're sat looking hopeful, but you've had your dinner. Yeah, you've had yours already. You have. You've eaten your food. It's all gone. You ate your dinner earlier. This is my dinner now. Yeah. Time to raid the freezer supply. See what chocolate I can find. I'm hoping that I've got a Nomo fruit and crunch nut whatever bar. What is it called? I think it's just fruit and crunch bar. I think I've got one, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a little bit of a rummage. I've managed to find it. I thought I had one. You know when you're really in the mood for something specific and if you don't have it, then that's all you're gonna be thinking about? I'm so happy that I have one. These I think are my favourite flavour, or their new caramel flavour is actually really good as well. Highly recommend that one too. I'm currently just sat editing this video somehow as well. My hair is now in even more of a mess than it is in this video, which I don't even know if that's possible, but I have just washed it and left it to dry, so let's ignore that once again. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to round it up. I completely forgot to end it the other day, so if you did enjoy it, then be sure to smash a big thumbs up on it. Click on that little red subscribe button down below if you're new to my channel, as well as tapping on that notifications bell so that you're notified whenever I upload. And I'll be sure to see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye!